How's it going, everybody? How we doing? All right, typical, just getting back from work and Ustreams. Hey, that's good, right, Whitey? That's good. John's here. Hey, you guys, John, remember you guys, I've told you about the zip ties, right? I've told you about the zip ties, and I actually have packed up everybody who's getting stickers from like the last probably month and a half. Everybody who's getting stickers from the last month and a half is also getting a zip tie. We've got them all packed up. I just finally have to, I got to get enough saliva to actually lick the envelopes closed. But John Christensen in the chat there, he is the engineer that made it happen, that put the zip tie idea into reality. How's it going? Monday is the new Sunday. I had to work yesterday, even though it was Mother's Day. Had to work, and but got to help deliver some babies. Then, so I couldn't stream. But I'm home today. I've had a couple hours of sleep, so here we are. I got notified like 3 hours ago about the stream. Oh, you know why, Will? Because that's the Google Calendar. I think it was I think the Google Calendar said it was going to be 11:30. And I updated the stream bot, but I didn't update the calendar. That's probably why. You're one of the few people I think that is subscribed and gets notifications from the calendar, besides me, because I got the same notification. And I was trying to figure out what was going on. But hi from Italy. No, Peppo, you the best. Zip ties. Yeah, Glenn, did you not know about the zip ties? Let me see. All right. I'm going to try really hard not to make this whole thing an advertisement. What is this, Mark? RTSP? Oh, dear. Oh, dear. RTSP on the ESP32. I must see this. Micro RTSP. Small library. Can use the server RTSP to trivially $10. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, have you tried this, Mark? Have you done this? This does look interesting. We need to check this out. Hey, Thomas. Hey, Fernando. Hey, Jenny. Shame you had to work, but I am normally working Sunday. Good to catch the stream. Thanks for being here. We'll talk. Gosh, there's so much I could talk about. I could stream for hours today. I really could. There's so much going on. Okay, this looks really cool. We're gonna definitely have to look into this. If somebody wants to try that, and let me know quickly how it's working. But that's awesome. Hey, from Israel, Yonta and Douglas and Glenn. Mark, just about to find out about zip ties. That's right. We were about to find out about zip ties. And guess what happened? Whoop. Huh? Already, right? Didn't take long. Oh, my gosh. I believe there's an RTSP firmware update for the Wise Cams. Oh, is there? Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Let's look at the zip ties for a second. The zip ties for Glenn, because he hasn't seen them before. So these are John's creation, and it's a zip tie that's got like a rubber. What kind of material is that, John? It's definitely flexible. It's rubber, and so they can be used on things where there's a lot of friction, but you don't want to ruin something like a nice paint job, or if you don't want to smash something like an important wire, things like that. And then they clip together, stronger than normal zip ties. You can even hear how much harder it clicks. And then they are reusable. You can pull this little tab and you can undo them. So if you go to griplockties.com, is that right, John? griplockties.com. And if you put in DrZzs for your discount code or whatever, it's free shipping, and then they'll be the same price as Amazon. So John's a good man. I've known John a long time. I've known John since, John, what, 2002? I think, something like that. John was in engineering school at the University of Michigan, go Blue, when I was in medical school many moons ago. And now he lives down the street here. We hang out as often as we can. So that's John. And I'm a brand ambassador. That's a cool title for the grip ties. So buy some grip ties. All right. Now Glenn knows what the grip ties are. Now, I have so many things to share. Now, let me know. Let's see. Does anyone know if you can upload the Wise Cam firmware on the Neo Smart Cam? Mark, so far, the answer is no. So far, the answer is no. As far as I've heard, delivers babies and build things. Yeah, so as far as the other cameras like the Neos or the Xiaomi Defang cameras, the official Wise RTSP firmware I don't believe works. So you do have, but you can use the Defang hacks. That's okay, Tyson. That's all right. Have a Neo Smart Cam coming. Well, there's hope still, Mark. You can still do the Defang hacks. So somebody can drop the link for the Defang hacks firmware. It'll work. Can I do a Lovelace tour? Sure. But let me do a couple other things first. So in a few minutes here, we should see something pop up. Or I could actually, maybe I'll just trigger it. So I wanted to show you guys this new way that Streamlabs has made it possible for moi to get some dinero. and it's kind of cool. Today's the first day I'm trying it out. It's called Loots. And what it is, if you type in, thank you, Sinister Nerd. If you type in, I'll type it in here. I think if you type in !tip, it will give you this little link. If things worked right. Let's see. It says tip. Feeling ignored. Creative, what's going on? Been saying hello here on Twitch chat. Oh, hey, how's it going? I'm sorry, Creative. I didn't mean to ignore you. You know that. Apologize. Tip didn't do anything, huh? Let's see. Well then, let's grab this thing. So what you do here, you're gonna grab this. I don't know what. So try that. So what you have to do is go to this website. And it'll look like this. And then you put something in here. I don't even know how it's going to go. You put something in here. You type a message. And you tell them you're not a robot. And you click tip. And then it's going to play a little ad up in the screen. All right. See you, Mark. It'll play a little ad up in the screen. And then they pay me. That's what they say. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, it's a nice possible way to be able to get a message on the screen. It's probably going to be up there in the corner. So hopefully it won't be too intrusive, but we'll give it a go. We'll check it out. If everybody hates it, we'll take it off. All right, now, Creative, how you doing, man? How you been? You been good? Sorry, I've been mostly reading the Twitch chat or the YouTube chat, but I won't ignore the Twitch chat as well. I'll watch for it. So that tip, that's supposed to work. I set up I did two things here. Maybe something needs to be connected better. Please start over. Every time, huh? Every time. I set up some commands here. The commands I set up to do that tip thing. Maybe it's not working. There it is. Yeah. Use Loot to send a message, play an ad, and give Zzz some money. And then it's this URL here. We could talk about the Dreamlight today, but there's so many things we could talk about. This is the simpler version even of the URL. Hey, Paul. And then I don't know what's supposed to happen after this. Took a small setup on our part. Oh, did you get something working? There's the Discord chat. Yep. We haven't talked about anything yet. Anyways, so we'll try out this Loots tip jar thing. It looks like it would be kind of a cool way to do it, but we'll see how it goes. All right. So we had already a couple people ask for different things today. The Dreamlight turned out really good. Let's see. Do you want to see it? Should we just get it out? Jenny's here, so it's probably a good time. Big news today in Michigan basketball. I saw that, Alex. I saw that. John Beeline's been such a great coach. I wish him well. Sad to see him go. I was really hoping he'd stay, forever and be one of these guys who's, 20 years. Oh, look at that big old ad on the screen. There it is. Woo. All right. So I'll just have to make sure to keep important stuff on this side. And then I think it stays there for like 15 minutes. Explore a more immersive level of gaming. Loots isn't working. Something went wrong. Oh, really? It just worked for a second. I don't know. Please, DrZzs, I need face recognition. You need face recognition? Hatham, it's not... I wish I could make it happen for you. So far, in my experience with those ESP32 cameras, it was weak. It was very weak. I could get out the footage and show you, but I can tell you that playing with the firmware that they came with. So this isn't like some hack together thing that I did. This is firmware that this thing came with. It probably wasn't 1 out of 20 times that it recognized a face. Like it says, oh, this is a face, but it didn't recognize it as my face. You know, less than 5% accuracy probably. That's bad. Dlib face identity. I have not. Derwin, I have not. What do you run that on? The thing is, I don't think that the ESP32 cameras are going to be a good solution for that, unless they can find a way to make the facial recognition less processor intense. Right now, I think all right, new subscriber Derek. Here you go. You're going to get some squirrels. Yeehaw! Thanks for subscribing.
Here we go.
Oh, Hasio, really? D-Lib face identity. I haven't seen that. Yeah, I think the ESP32 is pretty weak to try and do the facial recognition. They try, and it can do it, but so far, at least, in the testing out that I did of the couple of cameras I have, it didn't do it very well. Should I go get the girl's Dreamlight? Let me go get the girl's Dreamlight. It's going to be so cool. I have to show you. I just can't resist. There's too many other things. Jetson Nano from NVIDIA. Ooh. All right, here is the Dreamlight. We're gonna put it here on the desk. It'll be tricky to see how well this is gonna show up on the stream. Who's watching? Who's going to crash OBS while he's gone? All right. Woo! Do you see how bright that sucker is? Oh my gosh! So it goes red when it first comes on to say it's on, and then it goes yellow to say it's connected to Wi-Fi, and green says it's connected to MQTT, and then it goes off. And then let me show you. Let's put on the desk camera here. This is so fun. I don't even know where to start because I haven't like planned out yet how I'm going to explain all this, but I'll show you the best I can here with this. And I'm going to have to make it so that it's not so bright, or there's no way you guys are going to be able to see this. All right. Okay. All right. Glad you're having fun, Phil. Let's see. Lovelace tour after the Dreamlight. Okay, Alexander, you remind me. All right. Wow, Derek, you gotta talk to me about this for facial recognition. I'm getting squirreled. Okay, let's stay focused here. Let's stay focused. Stay focused. All right, so the Dreamlight. So let's talk about first what sketch the Dreamlight runs. All right. So Pinky Wafer, who is Jenny, who was here in the chat at the beginning. Oh, there it goes again. Pow, pow. That just means it must have disconnected and reconnected to Wi-Fi or something. Wow, look how bright that is. Okay. That is crazy bright. YouTube comments not showing in the Twitch chat. I don't know what is wrong with my relay bot. The bot relay of the Twitch of the chats is just, I'm sorry, man. I apologize. I guess you got to see it on the screen, I suppose. You're a maker. I am a maker. The loots. There might be another. Anyways, I got to stay a little bit focused here. All right. Let's go back to this. Let's go back to the sketch. Oh, actually, you know what, Jenny, you want to post do you have your gist, or you have a GitHub where we have the sketch? Why don't you post that, and that'll be how we we'll talk about it. So basically what Jenny did is she took the bruh sketch that had my additional effects added to it, and she added several things to it, which are really cool. Probably the coolest, first off, is that she added an effect which turns it into an ES pixel stick. All right. More tips. So she added this thing. It's an ES to make it an ES pixel stick. So there's now an effect. Let me go to my Home Assistant and we can show it to you. So there's Jenny's pinky LED. There we go. Okay. so this is the sketch, and here's some of the things that she added. Let's see. So here's the E131 unicast controller. So what happens when you start this thing, when you start this Dreamlight up? It's going to go so bright again, guys. Be ready. Oh, I haven't turned it on yet. When you start it up, you turn it on. Oh, good. It's now. Oh, good. It's less. Okay, that's nice. It's probably still too bright to really see, isn't it? I have to turn it way down for you to be able to see it. Maybe I should put it across the room. Yeah, we'll leave it there for now. All right. So down here, she's got effects. Can you see it? No, you can't see it because this thing's in the way. Let's see how we can move that. Squirrel! All right, let's go to, I got to move that webcam. Well, we'll just turn the webcam off for a minute. All right, so when you open up in Home Assistant, it's auto-discovered. Oh, there it goes again. It's auto-discovered. It may be falling off the Wi-Fi or something. It's a D1 Mini. It's running a D1 Mini. And then it's got this Jenny's sketch here on it. So we can look at what's actually in the I&O if you like. If you want to go through this. But basically, it's Ben's old sketch plus my effects plus a few additional things. When you go down here to effects, you can select all the effects that I have on mine. But there's also this E131 effect. When you select it right now, it's going to turn off. So you go back to the desk cam, it's off. But if I had this set up as with X lights, I could set this up as a receiver for an X lights show. So it could be part of an X lights show. So I could make it dance to music and do whatever I want. Okay. So that's really cool. And this is, a Dreamlight. She didn't necessarily make the sketch for this particular project, but the sketch has that ability now. So that's double cool. So yeah, it's kind of neat. I like this effect as far as what I did. I'm going to put it on Easter. Let's see, maybe I can turn down this the brightness on this camera. That's what'll work. That'll work. We'll just turn down the exposure here so you can see it. There you go. That looks nice. That looks much nicer. So it's so dim that it's flickering a little bit. So let's undim it just a touch. Okay. So right now it's just kind of cycling through a bunch of colors. So what this is inside of here is it's a matrix. It's an LED matrix, 16 by 16 LED matrix that I got from Banggood, and I'll give you the link, of course. And then I put it in a jar that I bought at the dollar store, and I've had these glass beads forever, and I've been waiting for something just like this to do with them. So finally was able to find a good use for these cool glass beads. So inside there, I could actually, can I take it out? Actually, no, I can't take it out. I hot glued it all together. But anyway, so it's just a jar from the dollar store, a bunch of glass beads, and then an LED matrix inside there with 256 LEDs on it. So that's a serious matrix. Important point about that is that it takes a bit of juice. These are 5-volt LEDs. So at maximum, this thing could potentially draw like, I hate to say this out loud, but like 15 amps. But you can see how bright it gets. So 256, like I'm not sure building it exactly like this is how you want to do it. This is probably overkill. I think wrapping, a strip of 150 LEDs or something like that would probably be fine. But anyways, this is what I had on hand. And so I made this all in one day. Now, a couple other things that Jenny has incorporated into this sketch. Oh, this, by the way, this piece on the bottom, I was going to just 3D design and 3D print a base for it. But then I found this little magnetic, whatever it is, a dish with a lid, also from the dollar store. In fact, I think it was a set. It was like several of them for $1. Do I check how warm it gets? The matrix is curled up. It gets a little warm. And it's, sealed in there. So I try not to do, it looks scary. I try not to do it super bright. I try and make sure that it doesn't get too bright. If it's a Dreamlight, it's in the girl's room. So, they like to keep it not so bright either. But yeah, the buttons, don't they look good? I mean, this looks so good. I had these little chrome buttons. This is all just leftover stuff. I put this together in an alien egg. It's a dragon egg, Adrian. It's a dragon egg. It's the last dragon egg. So anyways, let me show you what some of these buttons do. This button, which technically for the way I built this is on the back of it, because that's where this little power wire comes out. So I just, if you push this button, it's the power button, so it'll turn it off. Okay, and then you push it again, it turns it back on. There it goes. Oh, I turned it off and then turned it back on again. There it goes. Now it's back on. Oh, all right. I'm getting some sweet Lutz ads. Hopefully that's good. It's a Daenerys laid an egg. Yeah. DrZzs laid an egg. Oh yeah. DrZzs the dragon. That's right. This is the DrZzs dragon egg. That's a great idea, Tyson. We need to incorporate this into the game. So now on the front here, though, we've got two other buttons. I've set it up so that this button will change the effect and this button will change the colors. So some effects don't change colors. Like if I push the color button now, it's not going to change the colors on this effect because it's Easter. But if I select well, let me just toggle through some effects. So if I'm going to press this button, then it'll change the effects. So now it's into sort of a, I don't know what that's doing. It looks like, well, I can look here. This is confetti. All right. Well, we're going to see if confetti is an effect that responds to color change. So I'm going to push the color change button. And let's brighten it up a little bit because now it's actually too dim. Looks mostly still green. Oh, nope, now it turned blue. Okay, so confetti is one that does respond to the color changing button. So every time I push this button, it changes colors. Now, all of this is controllable through Home Assistant. All of it is. If you look back, we're going to go back to this for a minute. Every time I push this color changing button, you can see that the little dot changes places on the wheel. See it? I don't know how Jenny chose those. I don't know. Did you do it? Is it just random or how does it figure out where to choose or what colors to choose? But anyways, it just bounces around. So this sounds like DrZzs is laying another egg out there. What is going on? Huh, interesting. Anyways, so you press this button and it will change the effect. So there's a handful of effects out of the, I don't know how many effects there are, Jenny, maybe 25 effects or something like that, 30 effects. But out of those, maybe a handful, 5 or 6 of them, will use this, will respond to this color changing button. So great part here is I can control it with Home Assistant, meaning I can turn it on, which means also Amazon Echo can control it. I haven't got her to set the effects, but she definitely can set the color and she can set the brightness. So very cool. In fact, let's do it. Let's say, computer, set the Dreamlight brightness to 75%.
Okay.
There you go. See it? And then back in Home Assistant, we can turn the brightness back down to something a little more reasonable. So let's see. Well, we can cycle through the effects and just see what other things there are. I can watch them over here and tell you, or we can kind of shrink this a little so you can see the effects here as well. All right, so this one's glitter, and then when I press this button, it's going to change. Juggle, Cylon, which I thought meant like Cylon, like from Battlestar Galactica, which is an awesome show. Oh, that's just solid and way too bright. And when I do that, man, I hear the fan kick on in the power supply. So now we've got some of the holiday looking ones. This is a Christmas one, so it's green and red. The green doesn't show up so well on the screen, but in my eyes here, it looks great. Wow, what is that now? Candy cane. Oh yeah, candy cane is one that'll blow your power supply. Valentine's Day one. Another Valentine's Day one. St. Patrick's Day. This is the Easter one I like a lot. This is red, white, and blue. More red, white, and blue. This is some maize and blue. Super bright. We got the Valentine's Day. This one's supposed to be Halloween. This one's supposed to be Thanksgiving, Halloween. Oh, this one's the rainbow. Oh, you know what's a cool one too? This one's a Cylon rainbow. Check this out here in a second. We're going to get to this one. It's fire. It's a fire. So let me turn down the brightness so you can see it, but it makes it look like it's on fire. I mean, it's white and then it's yellow and then it's orange and it just kind of flickers. I mean, I wish I could show you how cool this thing really looks in real life. It is amazing. It's so fun. Okay, so now we're just going to leave that thing. We're going to leave that thing running there. I'll turn off the webcam for a minute. And then let's look at the sketch. So what you do if you want to use this, you can go to Pinky LED repo, which Jenny posted a link for, and I'm sure we'll get more links to it if you guys want to repost a link or something. Then really you copy this. The other file that you need besides this pinkyleds.ino is you need the config.h. And in the config.h, you can change some things. You change the device name. If you don't want it to do auto discover, you can change that. Thank you, Jenny. You can change that here. I left it as auto discover and I liked it. It worked really well. You put your SSID for your Wi-Fi, your password. MQTT is important. You're going to need that to make selections and stuff. And then if you used more than one of these, there's a group topic, so you can change them all at the same time to the same thing. I looked at that, Will, and I think that would be a great idea, using Gitpod for this. I looked at Gitpod last night for the first time. We'll talk about that after the Lovelace tour, because I'm not going to forget about Alexander and his Lovelace tour. So then here we've got the data pin. So this is the pin that it sends the signal telling the lamp which effects to run. Then we've got whether you've got WS2812s or 11s. Then your RGB versus GRB, depending on which your LEDs are. The number of LEDs is kind of important. You want to get that right. And then here's three more buttons that get assigned to different things. So there's the power button, there's the color button, and there's the effect button. So super awesome. And then it also is set up to do over-the-air updates. This thing is beautiful. You guys thank Jenny for putting this together. She put it together months ago, right? How long ago did you do this, Jenny? And then it wasn't until like a week ago maybe that I finally got around to checking it out. But it's pretty cool. My girls love it. My girls love it. So thank you. And I'm going to use it for like my tree in the backyard and stuff. It's awesome. Very cool. Very cool. Questions about Dreamlight? Questions about the sketch or anything? While I get ready to do a little Lovelace tour for Alexander. You still alive? Wait. We still alive? Not here in New Zealand? What's up? What's up, Stefan? How's it going, man? Couple of months ago when I finished Emma's room. Yeah, so she put this in her room, in her daughter's room with some things. The buttons, those buttons are little chrome buttons I got from, gosh, I don't know. Hey, Ishmeet, how's it going? I know I haven't sent your stickers, but I've got them. They're in an envelope. I'm good. How are you? Getting squirreled again. Getting squirreled. Am I off tomorrow? No, Tyson, I'm not, man. I think I'm off Thursday. I might be off Thursday. All right, let's walk through a little Lovelace tour. And Alexander, you'll have to give me some, if you have some certain questions. I guess your next video needs to be the build for the Dreamlight. Yeah, I filmed it as I was building it. So you can bet that there will be a video for it. I can lay it on its side so you can kind of see that flame effect. So cool. So dang cool. Just outstanding work, Jenny. Just outstanding work. So thanks again. And my girls, thank you. Oh, somebody had to take off. Alex, all right, man. See you later. Yes, DigiBlur streamed about Gitpod. That's right. So let's talk about this. It's 11 o'clock, Philip. Well, I'm glad you're still up, man. One day build on a project. Maybe you got to tell me what it is, because you know I got a pile of projects I got to do myself too. How do I get the title in the home assistant at the top bar? Up here? Oh, let's get the Dreamlight out of the way. I'll turn it off now. Turn it off with the button. So again, like I said, the very important thing that you're going to want if you build a Dreamlight like this, you really got to count your pixels and do 0.02 amps per pixel, and make sure you size your power supply accordingly. This isn't going to run off of just a wall phone charger. Those are at best, those might be 2 amps. And what I calculated for this was at least 5 amps, running on the low end. So yeah, check it out. Tomorrow late shift, so it's okay. Okay, good. Okay, yeah, text me tonight and then all right, see you, Tyson. All right, let's see. So let's go through this. So how do I get somebody was asking, how do you get it to look like this? This is the custom, oh gosh, we did this in a stream I thought already too, but this is the compact custom header. That's what it is. It's the compact custom header. So you'll have to you can go to, somebody can drop a link for that as well, but go there and you kind of got to follow the instructions for that. It's a little bit tricky. It doesn't install just like this where you can, install a card. You have to do it for each page. So you got to do it in the raw config editor. You're going to need, I need to just make, thank you very much, Logan and Mark. Appreciate it, fellas. Yeah, that's right, Jenny. Jenny's got a 5 amp power supply with only 60 LEDs. If you turn them up to full brightness, they can potentially, these WS2812s can be as much as 0.05 amps per LED. So somebody do the math for me. 256 LEDs in there at 0.05 per LED. I don't know what that is. It's a lot. Okay, so the compact custom header card. So you need this, right? You need to put it in the right place. We can look at where I put it. So those guys have dropped the link for you there in the chat. Thank you, fellas. So compact custom header. This tells you where to get it. Download it. Gives you the instructions on where to put it. But basically, I believe you put it in. Either put it. No. It might go in the WW folder. I can't remember where I put it. Where you put it's not as important as that you tell Lovelace where it is once you've put it there. So it might be in a different, let's see, I might have let's see, where does it tell you to put it? Because that's probably where I put it. No. Installation and configuration. There we go. Anyways, you guys can kind of go through this, but configuration, caching. Yeah, so at the beginning, I don't know where I put it. 2 methods, manual or with custom updater. So there's the best way to do it. Use custom updater. So if you have custom updater, then you must be able to install it. Make sure manual installation. Okay, so custom Lovelace, compact custom header. Do I have a custom Lovelace folder? I didn't see one. See, this is what happens when you ask me to do something on the spot sometimes. Yours is www and then custom Lovelace. Okay. That's probably where mine is too. Yep, and then custom Lovelace. Okay, and then compact custom header. And there's the information. Thank you, Jenny. Oh, man. 12.8 amps at 0.05 amps a piece. Right? So if you take this Dreamlight and you turn it on full max brightness at white, which is going to be the highest current draw, you're going to be over 12 amps. That's a lot, man. That could trip a breaker or something. Well, let's see. It won't trip the breaker because on the 120 end, it'll be very low. But as far as what's running through the power cords going to this sucker and what your power supply needs to be able to provide, you gotta plan ahead. So just make sure when you're doing LEDs that you size the power supply enough. Mike, yeah, 6.5 depending on somewhere between 52 and 60 something is what I've read, but yeah, that kind of ballpark. Okay, sorry. So custom compact header, you need to install it in the right place, in the right folder, and then you need to put this in your resources, and then for each, so there's mine in my resources, and then for each card, you need to add at the very beginning, when you're defining what cards are on your page, you need to add the compact custom header type card. Oh, thanks, Kenneth. Thanks, man. Oh, did you type in something? I hope you got to type something in. And I hope it says it out loud. I don't know how it's going to work today. Sometimes it's crazy. Blue Magic smoke test. Yeah, not on this, I hope. Gosh. Thanks very much, Kenneth. Let's play some squirrels for you. Yeehaw! Appreciate you, man. Here we go. That's awesome. You guys let me know if those ads are too invasive. If you guys don't like them, I think I can make them smaller. I didn't think they would be that big. Maybe I get more money for it bigger. Anyways, so you need this, and these are some of the options. So you kind of got to go through the options. I can't remember, didn't I? I thought I did this live before, but maybe not. The Titanic would have never sunk if that dream light was the iceberg. Yeah, not a fan of the ads popping up all the time. I can also limit how often they come up, I think. So I can't blame you. It's probably going to be pretty distracting. I'll tweak it. The tracked component, I haven't, Ali. All right, so that's the important part about the compact custom header, and that's how you make it look like this at the top, which is pretty nice. I like this. And then some of those options that I selected are what makes it so that the clock is here and what options show up under the clock, which side the clock is on, whether or not this menu appears. All those things are part of what I put. Oh, look at that. It does show. Hiding the header options will remove your ability to edit from the UI. Oh, okay, cool. So I guess once you put it in there, you can make those adjustments here. And you can tell it what things you want to show up. Like I want the 24-hour format clock. Do I want the date? I could put the date on too, maybe. Okay. So there's a lot of instructions to it. I'm not an expert on it. It's one of Thomas Lovin's awesome custom cards. So he's got lots of good details about it. So yeah, I did talk about it, Gary. I'm pretty sure so. So briefly, the other things that I use on Lovelace are, somebody was talking about Monster Card the other day. I do use this Monster Card. I think I brought that up. This shows me everything that's turned on in the house. That's a light or a switch with a few exceptions. And then I just installed this. Oh, why are my custom cards not showing up? That's weird. They were showing up before. Huh. Maybe I changed something. Oh, now they're there. Huh. Whatever. That's weird. So this one, now look at this. This is my test page. And if I don't put the compact custom header thing at the top, then it cuts off this top line. See how those are cut off? That's because in this particular card, I don't have the compact custom header showing up. I'm not sure I like that at the time with the date, but whatever. Can you show me how you did your custom YouTube card? Did I do a custom YouTube card? I did. You mean like I have sensors? I noticed Lutz didn't send unsubscribe link within confirmation email. You have to wait for an ad to arrive or log into your account to remove your info. Oh. Yeah, I figure it's probably going to be. Oh, the sensor card. Yeah. I don't think do I have a sensor for that? What I have I can show you that in the configuration, I think. What I have for my YouTube sensors, but my YouTube sensors haven't been working. I haven't figured out why. Started Lovelace implementation today. I was trying to figure out iFan 02 custom card. Posted a question in Discord. All right, I don't know about the custom that custom card, so I probably won't be able to help you very much there. Sorry, man. You didn't get a notification, Frank? That's insane. Hey, Frank, have you started using this Loots thing? I started using this Loots thing, so now I'm bombarding everybody with ads. We'll see if it's going to last. Twitch sensors are more accurate. Yeah, so I can show you what sensors I have, and they were working, and I haven't played with. I'm sure the component changed, like the YouTube component changed or something happened like that, and so I just didn't do it. In general, how do you do a custom card? Okay, we can do that quick, and then we'll move on to whatever the next thing was going to be. I can't remember. How long have I been streaming? I don't know. How long have I been streaming, guys? No way, really? About 45 minutes. Okay, back to this. So generally, when you need to do a custom card, the way that I've done it is you go to the card page, like whatever card you want to go to, and whatever card you want to get. And when you go to the code, there's usually going to be one file. There might be more than one file that you need to install. In this case, it looks like there's probably two that you need to put in, but you put the .js file, which is usually what it is, in whatever location it tells you to put it. So in this case, it was custom Lovelace, custom compact custom header, and then I had to put these files. In fact, I put the whole thing in there. It looks like so. Put everything in there. There's probably a lot of these are going to be installable like through the updater command, through the service, but I don't know which ones, so I can't tell you that. Let's buy something, I guess. The rest of my custom cards are just in my www folder. So all these down here: Roku card editor, theme maker, monster card, big number, entity attributes, audio, browser commander, plan coordinates. Those are all custom cards. Gauge card, tracker card, canvas, alarm control panel card. Those are all custom cards, and they're all just in my www folder. So each of these custom cards has instructions, but basically they tell you put it in this folder or whatever folder they want. And then in the when you go to the raw config editor, you need to edit your resources up here, and you need to add a line that tells Lovelace where to find that card and what type of card it is, so it knows what to do with it. The YouTube one is in the custom updater. Oh, good. Yeah, it was. That's right. It's there. Well, the YouTube one that's for the sensor. Needs some serious folder structure. Like I said, you should see my sock drawer. Oh man, I'll leave the organization to you, Frank. You've got it down. You do it so well. I'll just put all my stuff in a pile until I can't find the bottom of it, and I'll dig myself out or something like that. And it's showing me live now, is it? Yours is, Mark? What do I do for whole home music? I've heard that, Connor. Amazon Echo, and we don't usually play. Well, let me say, there's a couple things. Most of the music listening that we do through Amazon Editor. Squirreling. I'm so bad today. What happens when I come off an OB shift and I haven't slept enough. So the question was the raw config editor. Okay, so the raw config editor is what you should have. I assume that you chose to use the UI editor version of Lovelace. I think you should. I think unless you're like you just love doing YAML and you want it to always be in your UI-lovelace.yaml file, then unless you want to do that, you should use this. You should use this one. I think it's very easy and it's nice and it's just getting better all the time. When you have chosen to use this and you go to this side menu, you get the option to configure the UI, which will let you do a bunch of things. You can edit, pages and such like this. You can edit cards like this, right? But sometimes there are some things that you can't do through that UI configure editor. Does that make sense? So for those things that you can't do through the visual editor for Lovelace, once you've got the editor open, so if you go here again, so it doesn't say raw config editor here. You have to click configure UI. Then if you go back to the dots menu again, now it'll say raw config editor. Once you open the raw config editor, the configurator editor, that almost hurt me to say. Then when you hit raw config, essentially what this is your whole Lovelace.yaml file. Your whole UI Lovelace.yaml file. So if you wanted to do something the old-fashioned way, you do it here. You almost called it the configurator. I'm waiting for you to change the name of the add-on to the configurator in Ator. For me. Do I use Home Assistant to tell the Echoes what to play? I can control it through, this is the mini. So I've got a few things. Down here, you can see on my custom components, I do have the media player custom component, right? So I use that. And then because I use that, then I can use the mini, where's it, the mini card here? Is it not showing up? Maybe it's not showing up here. Anyways, it's not showing up there, but it's the mini media player card. So if I hit this, it'll play it. But I don't want copyright problems. So I can turn it up and turn it down. I can do text to speech through here. I can probably skip songs and go back and forth. It doesn't let you, at least I think you can do things like select which channel on Pandora and stuff. Well, Tyson knows how, strike one, yeah. Tyson knows how to do like local media, like play MP3s off of your hard drive and stuff, but I haven't done that yet. If you go to the repository for the, it's in my Home Assistant one. If you go to the repository for the Amazon Echo as a media player, this one, then I'm sure it gives you information on how you do things, because it can do things now that it couldn't do when I started using it that I haven't gone back and figured out how to use. So it can probably do, like, here's some commands. Look at all these things it can do. Supported sequences. Huh. Okay. Media player, play media service. And then when media content type is set to sequence, you can select these things. That's really cool. So it can do things now that I don't know. I didn't know how to make it do. Because it didn't do those things when I first started using it, so I haven't gone back and updated it. So most of our music, that's how we do it, because we have Echo Dots all over the house. I'm trying to think of it. Besides in here, I don't think there's any that are hooked up to another speaker system, but I have had one hooked up to our whole house speaker system, so we could just tell that Echo Dot to play something, and it would play on all the speakers that like got built into the ceiling. But what I do have for those things that got built into the ceiling is my old Volumio player. So I have the Raspberry Pi running Volumio operating system, and it's got local MP3s on it, and it can connect to Pandora. Can it connect to Pandora? No, but it can connect to Spotify and a bunch of web radio stations. And that I can play through the whole thing. I'm no longer DrZzs, I'm Heinz Doofenshmirtz. Yes, if you go through it, for some reason, so Matthew's got a good point. If you're using Amazon Echo and you're going to do text to speech, if you type it in right here, it will work.
See, it works.
Okay. You can't find it here. See, I'm getting pinged on Discord here. Oh, good. All right, it's working. Okay. So if you play text to speech that way, it works. If you open this, well, I guess if you had other things connected to it, I suppose you could select that. Oh, it used to do text. There used to be a text to speech box here. Well, that's good that they took it out because it wasn't working. So there used to be a text to speech box here that wasn't working, but it works if you go to the services tab and you do, Alexa, media player, this, and then you just have to do the JSON and put in a message, right? Yeah. Okay, and then it should work. Oh, that's probably gonna play it. I didn't say which device, so it might not play it. I'd have to put the entity ID and stuff in there. But anyways, you get the idea. This service will work. Okay, so Has anyone found to get TTS working through Bluetooth speaker? I don't know. Mentor Vision. Squirrels for you, my friend. Thank you for subscribing. Yeehaw.
Here we go.
Yeah, the Alexa Media Player repo, he changed the name of it, or something changed, and so the old links aren't working. So that's why I've got that one bookmarked, and I share it a lot. In fact, I should probably make an exclamation point something for that. That'd be a good idea. All right, so now let me see. Do they do media player card for Google Home Mini? I think it would work with any of the media player cards. I have Google Home Mini, but I don't really use it too much. I talk to it. I think it does a good job of the voice is good, the recognition is good and stuff. So I use it for just like asking questions. But most of the time I play all the music through Amazon Echo, just because we started with Amazon Echo back when they were just trialing them. It was like, I don't even remember when it was, like 2012, 13, something like that. Never got it working. Assumed in UK, but others here have it work. Yeah, it should work. It should work. Thanks for all you do. Oh, thanks for the messages over there, guys. Let's see. Works fine for your Google Home Minis. Thank you, Jenny. So there you go. So and then you use the mini media card. Oh, perfect. Media player speakers. Yeah, it'll, if I do, here, we can copy that out. And then if I do it here, I just have to put in, this would be the name of my Echo Dot.
Hello.
See, there it goes. All right, looks like Loot has all of one advertiser signed Intel. Yeah, let's go. Should we try and change that? Let's try and change it. Let's try and make it so it's not so big. Just for a minute, and then you guys can remind me what I was going to talk about next. For Bluetooth speakers with Home Assistant, I use this modified. Oh, cool. I should try that, and I'll tell you why I should try it. That's good to know. Let me click that and bookmark that, because I'm going to want to use this. Ooh, I wonder how that'll work being a virtual machine. It should still work fine, right? All right, let's go. Let's open this. I'm fixing the Loots things here, because I think I can. Oh man, it's not giving me. Configure the overlay will be added to your screen. This is where it will be. Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't tell me. I guess this one is the snap. It doesn't let me turn it off. It just lets me put it on the right or the left. It does a 10-second ad, but only explains the message for 3. Yeah, I don't even see the messages. Let's see if it tells me how much I've earned. Ooh, that's not bad. Oh, wait. Bonus. Oh. So there you go. So when you put one of those ads up there, depends on how many viewers there are. Okay, that's cool. And then I can come back and thank everybody. So thank you guys for that. Ooh, and mostly through Twitch. Oh, good job. Thanks, guys. I wonder why there must be. I mean, I'm sure YouTube's been doing it too, right, guys? Anyways, maybe that's how they're paying it. I don't know, whatever. But 30 cents, 60 cents, 50 cents, it's cool. Thank you. Screenshot. That's cool. Huh. Anyways, this is a new thing they just started doing. I thought it'd be cool to try out. So that's what it is, Frank. Did it 3 times. If there's probably something. So are you doing this on purpose? What is that? All those ads? I can turn it off. If it bothers everybody, I can turn it off. Do you get more if we click on it? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't like how big it is. I want it to be smaller. My guess is that the advertisers must be choosing which size it is. So that's interesting. Got to buy those Sonoffs somehow. Got to retire. That's what it is. I got to retire so I can just stream all the time. Right? Anyways, if it was a little less invasive, I think I'd be better with it. But anyways, that's not what she said. Hey, Vanessa's here. Just joined. What have you missed? Nothing much. We've had a great time. No, just kidding. We did a lot of stuff. We looked at the Dreamlight. What else was I going to do? There was a few things. Tell me about what else you guys want to know. This is technically really the Sunday stream, because I didn't have a stream yesterday. So this is technically the Sunday stream. So we can even play the "What did you do to improve your Home Assistant this week" game. Do you do that on your stream, Frank? It's become a normal part of mine now. It's like a standard thing. Go Bucks. just watch the VM. Here, let's see. Let's do this for you. I think, oh man, maybe in Discord I can do it. Oh, that's just going to Whitey. Let's put that in the live stream. I got something for you, Vanessa. I'm gonna spam this. Hopefully this shows up. There you go. Maybe that'll show up. All right. Future stream request. New walkthrough for Google Assistant setup with Ductiness and Nginx. Live on a brand new Hass.io, not Nobukasa. I could try. But glad I could introduce something on your stream. I've even click if you pay more. Oh, thank you. I don't know what it'll do. We can keep watching it and see what it'll do. Did I close it? I thought it was a fun thing to do. Let's see, explore a more. Oh, that's he keeps saying that same message. That's so funny. As long as you don't get sick of seeing that message, we can just ignore that half of the screen. It just paused the video. Okay, maybe it wouldn't do anything if you click on it. It's brand new. This Lutz company is new. They haven't been doing things very long, so things will probably change as they grow. Running Hass.io on RPi as an image, then is pure HassOS, and there are no sudo. Yeah, well. Snippy, there's can you guys tell him how he gets to the command line if he needs to? There are ways to get to the command line and some things you can do, but basically if you're gonna run Hass.io and the HassOS, if you love the command line, you like getting into Linux and doing the command line, then you're probably better off doing something else. You're using it a different way. You can still use Hass.io, right, guys? You can do it in Docker or something like that. But yeah. Does someone know about alternative firmware for the Xiaomi Yi lights? I'm pretty sure you can use Tesmoda on them. Pretty sure the Yi light. Oh, thank you, Paul. The Stream Deck plugin, yes. NPM, I don't know what that is. All right, Paul, drop that link, would you? So Paul and Frank have been talking about a new plugin for the Stream Deck. Do you guys know what the Stream Deck is? So I have one because Frank made me buy it. But I'm glad he did because it's been really cool and it's been really useful. It's the buttons that I hit to make things happen on the stream, you know, when I do like this. Sorry. Thank you, Paul. So when I do all those kinds of things and all the squirrels and stuff, I do it by pushing a button on the Stream Deck. So this is what the Stream Deck looks like. And you can program a bunch of menus, but it's got whatever this is, 15. It's got 15 buttons on it. And then you can change the menu. So you can have, I don't even know how many of those, several. So you can have, 60 buttons easily. Well, what this is no, that's not the one. That's how Stream Deck. Wait, what? Is that not the one? Is it the one? Is this the plugin? Why aren't you making a DrZzs deck? You surely can do it. I'm going to start right now. Well, anyways, what we've talked about doing and what Paul started doing is there's a plugin for Home Assistant. So what you can do is set these buttons so that they will call a Home Assistant service. That's pretty cool. Because you can have it's just one more thing you can do with this if you already have it. I don't know that you would buy this just for that, but if you have it and you can make a menu where you push it and hit a button and it does something in Home Assistant, that's super cool. Couldn't you DIY one of those innards out of an Xbox controller? You could probably DIY one of these out of a lot of things. Paul's been doing most of the research on this, and he was looking at even a teardown of it, like what's on the inside of it. And on the inside of it, these buttons go to something, but there's one screen. This comes with a nice little software where you can customize the little icons on there and stuff. So it really makes it pretty easy to use. You can put your own pictures on there. You can change which picture shows up when it's on versus when it's off and such. So having the ability to tie that into Home Assistant is pretty cool. What do you got for me, Paul? Do you want to mention the plugin for Stream Deck? Yes, thank you. So what we're looking, expensive for just buttons. I agree, Cyber. I agree. The reason it's worth the money if you're going to stream is because you can interact with a lot of things. It comes ready to easily interact with a lot of other. I don't know where it's. Where's it going? I don't know where it is. It's off the screen somewhere. I can't see the window. Anyways, you can interact with OBS. You can interact with Twitch. You can interact with a bunch of different services like that. So it's good for that. If you have one, then the ability to push these buttons and make something happen on Home Assistant is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So what we're looking for though is this. Where is the repo that has the plugin already? Thank you, Will. There's the. Is that the teardown? Probably is. Touch portal? What's that? Get squirreled here.
Huh?
Oh, is this another? Oh, yeah. Oh, cool. So does this work? This is like on a tablet or something, huh? Very cool. Oh, the Dreamlight just disconnected and reconnected from. So we got to work on that. We got to make it so it doesn't do that probably, because I think it did that in the middle of the night a couple times and the Silly Girls just unplugged it. There it is. There it is, Paul. Thank you. So what exists currently? Oh, no. Home Assistant. Oh, we spelled it wrong. Home Assistant. There we go. Okay, so what exists right now is this plugin for. I'm going to do this too. What exists right now is this plugin. So you can add this plugin to your Stream Deck, and then you can set it up so that it will call services in Home Assistant. That's where it's at right now. What would be awesome is if somebody with more know-how than me could use the WebSocket API for Home Assistant, so that it could not only send service calls but also receive state information about devices. So you could see on your Stream Deck when something was in a certain state, right? So the way it's working right now, it can just call services. But if somebody out there would be is looking for a new project to tackle and understands the WebSocket API for Home Assistant, further development of this in that direction would be super awesome. So that's my solicitation for my begging for please. If you're looking for a project and you know how to use that stuff, work on this for me. How about that? Mounting that on a wall as a dashboard. Yeah, Connor. It has to probably, me and Paul talked about that. It has to hook up to a computer. Sorry. She didn't turn on. That's funny. It has to hook up to some kind of PC, right? So, or Mac, whatever. So it would still be connected to that. So it's probably something best that you're going to use at your desk. But it's still very cool. If you're using it for other things, like I bet if you ask Paul and even Frank, they use it for other things besides just streaming. So anyways, it's a cool thing. They have a small version too, I suppose. And then, yeah, check out that DIY thing. It would be fun to kind of hack it apart and see. I don't know. It'd be fun to hack it apart, see what you could make. It looks so nice. I just like the way it looks. I mean, the way that these clear plastic buttons with the images that you can customize underneath them, it looks really cool. Say, oh yeah, Frank uses it for media controls. There you go. I should do that. Like I don't use this thing to its potential. I spend more of the hours that I'm at home in this chair than I do in my bed. So I should take it, and it's sitting right here. So I should take more advantage of this thing. This will help me probably, using this thing will help me get motivated. Paul's been the instigator here to help me get motivated to use this some more. So I'm pretty excited about that. Add to DrZzs challenge, get working on a Pi for that remote button version. Yeah, that would, a Pi would run it great, I'm sure. A Pi would run it great. You could probably, there's too many buttons. Maybe a Pi Zero even. Probably a Pi Zero would be a good thing for a Pi Zero, because you don't need a lot of processing power. You do need a lot of GPIO pins, and then a little bit of processing power, just enough to kind of put an image on a display. It'd be cool. That's probably a good Pi Zero. A good Pi Zero with some kind of display on it. Heard you're doing Garage Door version 3. What are you going to change? You bet, Alion. Thank you for the segue. Let's go right into the next squirrel topic. So what I did for the garage door, the biggest change is that I used ESP Home, And then I added, besides the normal relay and read switch, I used the other two available pins. Oh, this is also on a Sonoff SV, but I used the other two available pins to run this ultrasonic sensor. And it's actually been working well. You wouldn't use a zero, Vanessa? Okay, just a regular Pi then? It would still be cheap, $30. So if we look at the, let's not look at the logs. Let's go to the sensors. Let's go to my sensors and we'll look at, because I've been tinkering with it. Okay, so it looks like her garage door is open right now. So I could switch it off. Now I didn't have this set up like a cover like the other ones. So it doesn't go cover up and down. And as far as these buttons goes, you just click this and it opens or closes and then it shows you the state. I haven't fancified that at all. This part is the ultrasonic sensor part though. And what you can see when you look here is this means there's a car in the garage. This means there's no car in the garage. No car, car, no car, car. Cool, right? So I can set it up. What I need to do is set up a binary sensor that is triggered as off or on based on a threshold of, somewhere around 2 meters. Because when it's at 1 meter, that it's hitting the roof of the car and bouncing back up, or the hood or the windshield or something. As long as she parks in about the same spot. That's probably why it's a little bit different. Yeah, there's mild variations, right? That's probably the roof. 0.87 is probably the roof. And then this is, that's probably that's the roof. And then this 1.12, that's probably the windshield or something, okay? And if she doesn't pull in far enough, if she doesn't pull in far enough, it hits that might be if she doesn't pull in far enough, the back of the car will get hit by the garage door. But anyways, so this can say, we can set a binary sensor and then we can get a notification that says the car's in the garage or the car's not in the garage. Pretty cool, right? That's made with ESP Home. Yeah, well, that's true. You could put it, no, you're right. I could just put it, I should. That's what I'll do. Good call, Frank. You're totally right. I need to just make that part of the Google Home here. So set up another binary sensor, just like this one, and then just set it so that it triggers on and off based on the information from this sensor. Awesome. Finally caught me streaming. Hey, Giovanni, how's it going, man? Glad you're here. The other thing I wanted to add here, but I could probably find another GPIO pin on there. The other thing I would add, if I could add something else, it would be nice to have motion sensing. And probably the thing to do is going to be, I did this with the Sonoff SV because I like it, because it comes with a relay. But probably the thing to do would be to run a D1 Mini or a Node MCU and just put all the things you need on there. Put a relay on there. You use pins for the read switch. You use pins for the what am I looking at here? The ultrasonic sensor. Then you could add a temperature and humidity sensor and a motion sensor. And all that, and then stick it up by your garage door opener, and it would do everything. It would tell you the temperature, it would tell you if somebody's moving, it would tell you if the garage door is open or closed, it would control the garage door, tell you if there's a car in there or not. Pretty cool, right? Am I doing open topics? Always, man. I am always down for being squirreled. What's up, Ian? Did the magic mirror a while back, but never ended up using it. I have a big mirror. And I'll use Jenny's sketch for it. Oh, hey, Rob, how's it going? Oh, voice services project. Ooh, no. Are you going to do one? The closest I've come has been my Mycroft, the Pycroft thing. Good evening, Ricky. How are you? Can't get it to use Spotify or Amazon Music. Oh, bummer. That's true too. Yep, Cyber, you could do that. You could, in fact, somebody showed me that, right? Somebody showed me, I think in the last stream, I played a little clip where somebody had set up maybe I could do this for my missus. Somebody set up an LED strip, and as you got closer to the, instead of having a tennis ball hanging, as you got closer to whatever was in front of you, the wall or whatever, the LEDs would change color, green, yellow, red. And then you know that you're far enough in. That's super cool. So we're doing what we achieve this week, guys? Oh, yeah. What did you change on your Home Assistant system this week? Bring it, guys. What did you guys change on your Home Assistant this week? It was Will that showed it. Thank you, Will. What is the best LED firmware sketch? Depends what you want to do, Alian. I've really enjoyed Pinky's this week. This is what I used to make. This is the one that I used to make that Dreamlight. It's got some nice features. If you want, it's got manual control. It's got, so you can do buttons, you can do the effects, and you can do the E131 so that you can do, X lights and stuff. So, all right, let's see what everybody got. LED strip parking. That's right, Will. That's right. There it is. Thank you. Moving Node Red for automations. Nice, Logan. That's a good step. Someday maybe. Dale added the custom updater. So did I. Well, actually, it was 2 weeks ago. Discord for your garage door sneak peek. Oh, cool. All right. Will's got a garage door sneak peek here. Oh, that's good. So what board is that? That's interesting. So this is just a little development board. 2 relays? Or is one of these a power supply? Maybe that's a power supply. Oh, and then you're going to use the RF. Oh, does this thing have RF? Yeah, it does, right? That's an RF antenna. All right. Very nice. Nice 3D printed box. Whoa. I just zoomed in way too far. All right, let's see what else everybody did. I want to know. 2 Wizen Pan cams. Oh, cool. Deployed Proxmox server. Very nice. Try using, here it goes again. When it disconnects and reconnects, it does that. I'm just going to unplug it. Probably need to put it on a smart plug so that I can just turn it all the way off. Not have to pull the plug. Oh, I missed what everybody's saying. Dang. All right, let's see. Telegram messages with Node Red. Very good. Few more QLED LED switches installed. Very good. Custom updater as you're watching this. Okay, well, now's the time. If you have problems, Ron, now's the time. Moving to VM isn't working, though. Oh, no. Have to move to a different system to figure out IPv6. Oh, okay. Added new RTSP Wise camera. Still trying to figure out Blue Iris. I need to do Blue Iris. You know what I found out? I finally, I think, reached the limit of my Nook already. How long have I been using that thing? Not very long. 6 months, maybe. It was around Christmas time, I think, that we installed that. Running MotionEye with, I don't even remember how many cameras I have now. 7, 8 cameras on there. It was bogging down. It was using up pretty much the whole CPU power most of the time. So I've got MotionEye turned off currently. I turned it back on when I want to see something temporarily. But I think I need to migrate. Maybe it's time to go to Blue Iris. Yeah, I need an i7. I know, but this one was free. So how are you going to say no to that? DB is huge. Would like to talk about. Oh, okay. Well, let's see now. First thing I would do, Ian, is I would refer you to Rob's video. Rob, don't you have a good video about managing your, I'm pretty sure that's who I learned it from, about managing the size of your database and stuff. I'll show you what I do though, Ian. I'll show you what I do here in just a second. Let's look at it. So if you go in your configuration, in your configuration.yaml here, you need to have a section that says recorder right here. Okay, you need a section that says recorder. And what I've done, this is kind of what determines what goes in your database and how long it lasts, how long before it purges and stuff. So what I've done is I've omitted a whole bunch of device types. So it's never going to keep any data about any of these devices, input booleans, select, whatever, updaters, automations. It's not going to keep track of any of those. So that's important because that decreases how much stuff gets put into your database. And then this part here, how often you purge, pretty important. And it needs to be pretty low number. Now, I don't know how you guys can tell me in all of your setups, how often do you set these or what do you set these to? I thought, well, I want, 14 days worth. And so I put this purge keep days at 14. Too big, still too big. I mean, I was getting like 10 gigabyte backups. So I dropped this way down and it's gotten much better. If I set that now, will it auto purge? I think it will do a purge pretty quickly. Once you set this up, you can do a purge service. So you can manually do it. If you wanted to manually purge, you just go to services and under recorder purge. And then it can tell you here, keep days, number of history days to keep in the database after a purge. So value greater than 0. An example is 2. Repack, attempt to save disk space by rewriting the entire database file, true. So you can use the recorder component and you can sort of preset that to happen at a certain interval and keep those things, recurring, so it will constantly purge and stuff. But if you don't want to do that, or just to do it right now and test it out, you can just do recorder purge, and then you'd have to put in keep days and stuff. I think, are those optional? Those must be optional. Or no, sorry, those must be, at least the keep days is probably required. You probably have to put keep days in there, or else maybe it'll purge everything. Yeah. Please post the recorder config. Okay, sure. Controller. So it's going to be in Discord in the live stream channel, fellas. And when I say fellas, I mean fellas as in ends with an A, so it's female, Spanish as well for the girls. I know we have a few women that like to enjoy this kind of stuff with us. All right. Sorry, just delete history. It will rebuild. Okay. Going to try it now. Great, Ian. Have at it, man. There's probably, what I've found is it seems like things, so what I worried about was what's going to happen to my information like this, right? I want to keep information for like a week. So if I put purge for 2 days, is it not going to keep this information? I thought that's what might happen, and it doesn't happen. It doesn't seem to happen that way. You guys can tell me if I'm wrong. But what it does do is when you do something like is it history? This will be a lot shorter. Yeah. So before it would take forever for this to load up because it was going back so far. And now it's not, it's going back 2 days or whatever, right? So it's not, I guess this is set to 1 day. You can do more days here, but anyways, this used to take forever to load up, and now it doesn't. But who cares whether or not your entryway is connected, or I don't know. There's a lot of state data information that you don't need to keep, and the way to manage it is through the recorder, component, recorder service. Okay. Good. Which Discord did you post it to? New to DrZzs. Oh, great. So Ron, sign up there for Discord, and then there's a whole bunch of channels and on my Discord server, and there's one that is you bet, Alian. I'll post that as well. Everybody's gonna do it now. I should have just let you guys do it. I shouldn't have done it. Can you set it to not log all the statuses? You can set it to a bunch of things. What you need to do is look at the recorder component, Home Assistant, and look at the options. And go through this and kind of see what options you want it to keep. Really, this is what's going to be your friend, the excludes. So you can exclude specific domains or specific entities, and that'll be the best way to keep it small. I don't think you can exclude a specific state. Good enough. Crash. Woman. I don't know if you can exclude a specific state, but you can definitely exclude certain entities, and then of course the number of days. How many days will it keep? So you can also do something like this. And if I understand correctly, and you guys tell me if I'm wrong, you can actually store the database someplace else. So maybe you don't have to keep the database on your Pi or whatever you're running. But if you do that, you got to make sure it's still connected. Make sure that it has a good, strong, stable and reliable connection to whatever, if you're doing it to some external disk space or something, right? I have never tried that, but I assume it's possible. So, okay, let's see. I got squirreled so many times now I can't remember where we were You guys?
Huh?
Where were we? Oh, we were going through what everybody did this week on their saludos desde Galicia, España. Saludos. Saludos. Oh, man, I saw Barcelona. Man, Barcelona losing to Liverpool. That was amazing. I'm sorry if you're a Barcelona fan. I don't know Galicia. I know Galicia because I had to take a Spain culture class. But I don't remember where on the map it is relative to Barcelona or which team you would root for in Galicia. Do you root for Barcelona or do you root for Real or do you root for some other team? Everybody's got a team, right? Heard many people say the external database on a machine HD might be an option if attached directly to the USB Pi. That's good. Never tried, but would be a good use for a very small old HDD kicking around. Yeah, for sure. Or even, like a USB stick, right? They'd have to be kind of big. You'd want a 32 or whatever, something like that. But pretty nice pronunciation, Doc. Thank you, Alejandro. I spent 2 years in Mexico. I lived in Mexico for 2 years, so hablo algo de español. Hace años hablaba mucho mejor. Ahora, más o menos. No tanto. Me falta la práctica. Puedo decir, soy su anestesiólogo. Voy a hacerle dormir durante la cirugía. A Coruña. Pretty nice, thank you. Oh, Jean lives in Galicia. Oh, yes, you do. I wrote your name on an envelope. It'll be on your way at some point. That was pretty good. Way to go. Thank you. Do a Spanish stream. Somebody's asked me to do like a video in Spanish. Not so good. Can I do a video on SQL and logging? I don't know anything about it, Sean. That wouldn't be a good video if I did it. It wouldn't be very good. How do I change the language on this video? It's in Spanish. I don't know. Something must be wrong with your computer, Adam. Something must be broken on your end. It's English over here. Does Wise Sense work with Home Assistant? I don't know. Carlo did a video. I would assume that there's a way. Maybe there isn't a way because we don't have a component for Wise, right? That's a good question. Maybe it doesn't. Simran, maybe it doesn't. Does anybody know if the new Wise Sense little device works with Home Assistant? My system gives this. The edit UI is not available when in YAML mode. What can I do? Okay, so that means, Erwin, that means that in your configuration.yaml file, you have a line somewhere that looks like I thought I could find it quickly, but if I had my config in a more frank style or in any sort of organized fashion, then I would be able to find it easier, but I just use the find feature. So what you probably have, Erwin, you probably have a line that says this, Lovelace mode YAML. So mine's commented out, so mine's not in effect, but my guess is that yours has this and you need to take it out. So if you take it out, then you take it out and restart, and then you should get the visual UI editor. Okay. So my guess is that's what you got. Or maybe you have a really old version. Could be too. If you haven't updated Home Assistant in a really long time, maybe. Don't you split your YAML out to separate files? Only like a couple, Steven. It's so bad. But see, it would take me so much time, and I have so many other things I want to do. So I have not split out my YAML very much. I use basically 3 YAML files. Configuration.yaml, automations.yaml, and secrets. And that's it. That's it. Yeah, I'm sure it does make management a lot easier. I don't even want to think about how long this is. 2,100 lines? I guess it could be worse. How CPU is your FFmpeg component consuming? I don't know specifically about each component. But I know, like I said, I know that my Motion Eye was really bogging down. 1 hour of work to save 10 minutes time searching. Yeah, probably true. I'll give you that. It's probably true. All right, Eduardo, squirrels for you, my friend. Thank you for subscribing. Yeehaw!
Here we go.
Slowly moving all your config to packages. Yeah, I'm sure at some point. I shouldn't say I'm sure because I'm not sure, but I would like to reorganize things. I do like things being organized. Like if you look at the desktop on my computer, it's pretty organized. Folders and stuff. I try and keep things where I can find them when I need to look for them. But Control F, I use Control F all the time. So if I know what I'm looking for and I know it's in this file and I do Control F, I'll find it in a few seconds. So I'm sure I need it. That gives you anxiety. It's because I'm not a programmer, right? So I've not had the experience of having this ugly jumbled bunch of code and then losing something. How many of your automations show up in the Hass.io automations UI? Good question. Good question. Let's look and see. Scrolling. I think all of them. And they're in alphabetical order. So what I found with the automations editor, I have used it sometimes, mostly for examples. And then it looks like all of them. Yeah, I think it probably is. But more normally, when I want to do a new automation, I'll just go here and type it in. I do that way more often than I use the editor. And I usually will just start at the top and just I put every new automation at the top. And then I always just add an ID. I just put some garbly goo text in there as an ID so that it is acceptable in the eyes of the automations editor. And that's it. And then it doesn't. But I have had, as you can see, I actually have a couple problems here I have to solve because these are older ones that have, this was given an ID by the automations editor. And so where most of my automations, I start every automation with alias, and then I put whatever. But some of the older ones, for whatever reason, start with action. And then I've got a problem here because I've got alias and action mixed up. I don't know. So I know that I've got little red bars over here. You can't see them maybe on the screen because of my fat head, but I've got these little red bars, and these automations that are red are not working. They're not breaking. Like it doesn't make it so I can't open it, but they're also not working. So I need to just spend a few minutes and figure it out. But there's not a priority on that, fixing those at all. Your mouse wheel gets a workout. Yeah, it sure does. My finger. You don't have like a billion HA switch plate automations? Oh, that's true. I do have a bunch of those, and they don't show up. That's an interesting. I have a ton of those. But you're right. They don't show up. Maybe they don't show up because they're not in the automations.yaml. Maybe they don't show up because they're in the separate package YAML files. That's probably what it is, Rob. Don't you think? How do you make them appear there? I don't know. They just did. I think once you use this to make an automation, it sort of takes control of your automations.yaml file. And so if I were to make a new automation, it would grab my, like if in the past, I had a bunch of like commented out text in my automations.yaml file where I had notes and stuff. But then when I went here and added a new automation through this, it deleted all that commented out text. So it kind of takes over the management of that file. It will still let you manage it if you want to go in and edit something. But when you come back here and you add a new automation, then it kind of takes over again and changes it the way it wants it to be. Yeah, and they need new ideas. Yep. How about question? Can we use NGRock with Home Assistant? I don't know what NGRock is, Edgar. I'm sorry, brother. Maybe somebody else does. Hate that it removes comments. I do too. That's a bummer. Yeah, that's a bummer. I mostly use it manually. I rarely use this except for to show somebody for an example when it's easier this way. Is there a way to add comments on your code? Not in the automations.yaml file, not if you're going to use the automations editor. Every time you use an automation, the automations editor deletes it. The only one with an ID. Oh yeah, well maybe that's what it is, Jenny. Maybe they need an ID. Maybe that's why the ones from the HA switch plates don't show up too, Rob. Could be because they don't have IDs associated with them. I don't know. I haven't really read up on how it works. Just kind of use it. But 99% of my automations, when I need an automation, I just go in here and start typing it. NG-Rock is for open ports on the internet. Oh, okay. So to look for open ports or for you to open a port for something for there? Would be nice if there's a feature to add the comments, yeah. Yep, maybe one or the other. I don't know. They haven't made any changes to that automations editor in a while. I don't think. Not that I've seen. Let's see, what other things? So I got to tell you guys, I have a problem. It's confession time. I have a problem. When somebody sends me a request for like a product review, I say yes, and it's bad. It's so bad. I have a pile of stuff sitting here on my desk. Look at this. Oh, it's still. Can you see some of that stuff? No, you can't really see it. Look, I've got speakers. I've got a big camera floodlight thing. I've got a Wi-Fi extender. I've got a projector. I mean, it's bad. It's a problem. I have an addiction. I need to get some help. But the best, like when somebody sends me a speaker, I'm a sucker for speakers. I don't know why. I am just a sucker for speakers. So when somebody says, "Hey, do you want a Bluetooth speaker that looks like this thing?" I was like, "Yeah, that thing looks awesome. So cute, and it looks like a little FM radio in there and stuff. It's all old school, like something you'd find at your grandma's house. I love it." So be on the lookout. I'm gonna have to post some product reviews to pay these people off. Oh man, I'm sitting. I came home from work this morning, and there's just this pile of boxes on my desk. Steven will help with reviews. Awesome. Send you stuff. Yeah, it's probably not a bad idea. I should probably do that. Oh, that reminds me. Let's take some votes here. Rudy has not disappeared. He was on vacation for a little while, but he's back. I need an apprentice. Yeah, I do. I have 2 apprentices, and they don't. My boys. I need to get my boys involved in this. New party line is, I'm only doing reviews for my website. Most still send it. I'm not going to make a whole video about each thing. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's probably what I need to do. So giveaways. Yes, giveaways. So let's talk about Woody for a second, because Woody just asked me yesterday about what things do I want to give away. So give me some ideas, fellas. What kind of things do you want? Because it sounds like Woody is going to sponsor some giveaways. So it won't be like we did with the lottery where you kind of win a discount code. It'll be like it'll be like, here's a free whatever widget, Live stream the reviews and we can help. That's what I'm going to do, Joe. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not going to start tonight because I want to kind of play with them first. But that's what I've done. That's what I used to do. You guys remember back at the beginning of the year, maybe I was starting the live streams with a product often because it was a nice way for me to get it over with and still be able to say, look, I posted a video about your product, and that way I did it at the beginning of the stream where not a lot of people were here. So it wasn't like a big distraction, but I mean, now that we've got half the screen taken up with ads. All right, let's see what we got here. Arduino sensor kits. Okay, ESP32 cameras. Okay, smart plugs. Powerball numbers for this weekend. Very good. I need a good-looking interface thermostat on Home Assistant, please. There used to be, you guys know, is anybody using, I'm using the standard thermostat one right now, this one. So, it's okay. It looks all right. I was using that fancy one that made it look like a Nest, but I can't remember why I stopped. All right, I'll have to go back through this and see. So Powerball numbers, I'm going to put that one in. Pi, okay, Raspberry Pis, 32 cameras. There's a couple for that. Jenny still needs a printer. Oh, Jenny, we got to get you a printer. Piston, we got to get you a printer too. You don't have one? Home Assistant official forum, yes. In fact, I think I have, let's do commands. This should give you a list of all of the commands that are available through my bot. And so if you click that beta Nightbot thing, it will tell you one of the commands is going to be for the Home Assistant Discord. And I think if we did like !HA Discord, it'll take you there. Or you can just go Discord. Yeah, there it is. Home Assistant Discord chat. And then there's also, if you go to the main Home Assistant page, you just go to Need Help. It gives you the link to that plus a link to the forums. So the forums are good for like it depends on how you like to function. If you like want to find somebody who's online now and ask them questions, then go to Discord. If you're okay posting something and waiting for somebody to get to it, then maybe forum is the place to go. I like forums for like share your projects. I haven't done it in a long time now, but I used to like going to the forums and looking at what everybody was doing, looking at share your projects things. So air filter alert, is that just time based every 3 months? No, that's actually that's actually a fan with a filter in it. So this isn't it's not a sensor. This is something down in the basement. We've got this thing that connects to the ductwork in the house, and it's got some sort of a high-end filter. And so I can flip it on, and I just put a Sonoff on the cord to it, so I can turn it on and off here. So when the allergies are bad, so I've got allergy sensors here. Yeah, so allergies are okay. They're not terrible. I think this actually is red though. But look, they were worse a couple days ago. So the allergy index was 8.8 and the highest is 12. So I think anything above like 7.2 is considered like moderate high or something like that. So anyways, if these are high, and this is our quality index, air quality index. So if that's high, that's one thing I can do. I can flip that guy on. So far, I haven't automated it at all. I want to automate it so that it automatically flips on based on the air quality index or the allergen index, but I haven't done that yet. Buffering. No! Am I dropping? Oh my gosh, I am dropping frames. I wonder why. Let's shut some things down. Boom, 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 boom. You know what it probably is too? I hear something else going on in the house. And so I'm betting that people are streaming something. Lagging, buffering, fuzzy stream. Sorry, guys. Wi-Fi and 4G. No, it's on my end. I can see it's counting dropped frames. I don't know why. It's only using 11% of the CPU, so it's got to be the internet. Check my Google Wi-Fi. Yeah, I'm going to prioritize my device. Let's do that. Let's prioritize this device. Priority device. This one. Save. All right. Great. I just prioritized my device on the internet in the house for the next hour. I'm not going to stream for another hour. It's already been almost 2. I need an internet doctor. Yeah. Let's see. Hopefully that'll stop. No, it's still dropping. Sorry, fellas. Well, maybe that's a hint. Anything else we wanted to cover? We're getting close to 2 hours. It's probably a good time to start wrapping it up. We can open up the stickers giveaway. It's going to be interesting to see how well these Ziploc ties. Close the browser. Yeah, it might be the browser. Yeah, I'm still dropping frames. Dang. Dropping frames. The kid's on Netflix. That's probably what it is. Anyways, we'll just wrap it up. We'll take that as a hint. We'll just kind of wrap it up. So I think so this should work. So start typing in chat. And I think we should start getting some stuff on the giveaway here. As things pop up, we'll make sure that it's getting populated. I was saying, I think it'll be interesting. It's YouTube. Everything is buffering. Oh, okay. Well, good. Stinking YouTube. Already seems better. Okay, good. The file you edit with raw config. What is the file name and where do I find it to work on it with VS Code? I don't. It might be ui-lovelace.yaml, but I don't know. I think you edit it right there in the raw config editor. That's the only place I've messed with it. It might be, like I said, it might be ui-lovelace.config, but it might not be. So, have you seen DIY AC ducts? No, I haven't. I did talk to a fella today, though. This will be another video. I did talk to a fella today who we're going to put a fan in our attic to suck the air out of the house and shoot it out the attic. Oh, YouTube died completely? Load balancing. Stickers. Just in time, Joe. Just in time. Stickers. Hey, James. You know, I had this pulled up at the beginning, and I should have done a sticker giveaway earlier in the stream. I'll start doing that. Like, what we need to do is like, I can set a timer too. Maybe I can set a timer in the bot that says, every hour we do a sticker giveaway or something, or every I want to do every 30 minutes because I'll end up the only I love giving them away. I don't always like printing them and peeling them off. But I'm glad we do it. It's a lot of fun. Try Monster Card. Copied Monster Card. Try resources, but no card type found. Does it? I don't know that it shows up as a card type. That might be one that you have to do when you say no card type found. So when you're doing your config, there's a Lovelace channel. Go to the main Discord chat. I hate to punt, but go to the main Discord chat and in Discord for Home Assistant, and in there's a Lovelace channel, and there will be people there that are smarter about Lovelace than I am. All you gotta do is find Thomas. You find Thomas, there's Teaching Birds, there's Dino Tech, and then there's a whole bunch of others too. People that really know their stuff when it comes to that. One time, Tim. One time we'll do it, you stinker. It's hidden. Oh, it's in a hidden folder called .storage/Lovelace. Thank you, James. Stickers. What stickers? Precious. Whole host house fan works. That's what it's going to be, Cyber. Yeah, that's what it's going to be. A whole host house fan. I'm excited. I'm excited to really knock my electricity bill out of the park this year. Last year we had, I'm not kidding you, we had an electricity bill over $900 in I think it was August last year. I mean, that is insane. That is stupidity. Part of that was because I had the snow melt turned on all summer long. But air conditioner running 2 air conditioners running 24/7, kids leaving doors open, all this stuff. So we're really gonna ratchet down this year. I've already had a few. The first few months of this year, our electricity bills have been under $50 for the first time ever in this house. We averaged in the past couple $100 a month. So to be down to be, I've got solar panels. We're gonna get this whole house fan. We're just doing a better job of being efficient about opening windows and some of those things. All right. Cool. All right, are we ready? Let's weeding vinyl is a PITA. You are so right, sir. And I want to get my kids to do it. I just baby them too much. But they would do it if I really asked them. Ours is about $900 quarterly. Gosh, yeah, that'd be nice. Well, that's still a lot though. $900 quarterly, so you're still a couple hundred, right? Pretty close. You've never won, Tim? You've been here since the first stream. Send me your address. I'll send you some stickers. All right, let's call the monkeys. Computer. Tell everyone it's time for sign off. That's something I need to put on my Stream Deck. She's not doing it. Computer. Tell everyone it's time for sign off. Oh, now it's going to happen twice.
It's time for sign off. Announcing.
I'm just going to do it twice.
It's time for sign off.
Snow melter in the summer. Yeah, well, that was just my stupidity. Sir Goodenough. I thought it was off. It was hooked up to a light switch. Part of it wasn't just me, but I wasn't vigilant about checking it. And so, somebody would flip the light switch and then it would be on for days, Nice to see you. Hi, nice to see you. I love you, babies. Oh, look what you got. Suckers. Suckers.
My birthday.
My wife never believed it would until I put one in. Yeah. My wife's like, what? Really? I heard about it from somebody at work. Feeling better about only 60 pounds a month. Yeah, you should. You should. All right. Decon 1 is here too. Okay, let's see how we're doing on the giveaway over here. We got 56. Danielle's over there. Danielle, you can come be in this if you want. Okay. Stickers. And I think is everybody... Oh, let's make sure... Dang. Let's make sure mods are in there. I guess... I have no reason to limit this for anything else. Paid supporters, channel regulars, channel moderators. It does when I do channel moderators. If I don't do that, then it takes out like Will and some of these guys. So water bill is $60 a month and you're single. Wow. Our water bill's standard. It doesn't ever change really. It's garbage water, something else. $265 last month for, wow, 1,500 square foot house. Justin, where in the world are you, man? Wow, that's horrible. Our house is like 5,000 square feet, so that's... man. FNG. Ron. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so are you guys ready to ring it? Who wants to hit the roll it button?
Me.
Okay, first 2 hands.
I don't have sticky hands like everyone else.
Ooh, you have sticky hands.
I don't have sticky hands.
You just had your hand on you. Okay.
All right. Who's gonna push it? Well, should we let Zachy?
Yeah, it has it done.
Okay, Zachy's gonna push the button.
What button? Which one?
The drum
The
roll.
drum.
Hit push the drum button. Drum. And the winner is Sir Good Enough. Have you won in the past, my friend? I don't think you have. That's great. That's great. Congratulations. All right. Send me your address in Discord, and we will get some stickers and zip tie. I've been putting just one zip tie. I've been folding up one zip tie like this and sticking it in the envelope. I'm really hoping that that's going to be okay shipping with a.
That's why Mom
stamp.
saw an envelope with those.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them over there. All right. Wait till we turn on the sprinklers. Congratulations, Sir Good Enough. I'm glad you won, brother. All right, you guys ready to do it again? Who's going to do the next one? Whose turn?
Me.
Okay. Here goes. Adam Howley. Congratulations, Adam.
Yay.
Yay, Adam. All right, man. Send me your address in Discord, and we will get some stickers to you. Stop saying zip tie. Your brand ambassador. Sorry. Grip tie. Grip tie. Grip tie. Grip tie. All right. Hey, guys, thanks for being here. So what should we do for the sign-off today?
I do.
You have an idea? Let's listen to ideas.
Owl voice.
Owl?
No, witch.
Witch? We're going to do like a cackling witch? All right. Okay, so we're going to pretend like we're cackling witches. Oh, John's like, I won. No, I didn't. Okay. All right, here we go, guys. You ready?
As always, thanks for watching. Until next time, adios.
And I'll get you and your little dog too. Have a happy Monday, and I think I'll stream on Thursday this week again. I think I'll have some day off on Thursday. Choo choo, homies. Have a good night, guys. See you later. Bye bye.